Lambert is here. Now, we all know that Adam Lambert has a lot of fans, but so does this next woman we're about to talk about. Did you hear about this brave 71-year-old grandmother who literally became a crime fighter? She decided to get involved. Good for her. She decided to get involved when she saw a jewelry store in England being robbed. If you haven't seen the video, take a look now. Here she comes in the red.
To save the day, Superwoman.
Running.
Look.
Lethal handbag.
Get up
Bam.
out here.
Ooh.
Bam.
Yeah.
Better kick it. Knock down the motorbike, look. Oh.
Don't you love how everybody jumped in after she did the hard work?
Yeah.
Like, oh, yeah, hell yeah. But that reminds me of my grandmother, because my grandmother used to do stuff like that all the time, because she lived in a really bad neighborhood, and there was all drunks in her neighborhood. And I remember one time she was walking us down to Chinatown or something, and some bum tried to grab her purse, and that's what she did with her purse. She just beat him down. And as a kid, you know, I was like, you know, I just thought it was kind of normal. I was like, that's right. You don't take my grandmother's purse. And the same with my mom. It's like if anybody picked on us, I mean, I just know as a kid, she gave me that feeling of safety where she would knock on people's door with us in tow, me and my sisters, and she was like, don't you ever put your hand. And we would just sit there like, that's right, Mama was gonna kick your butt.
But what's in those purses? If I ever saw a violent crime, I would be so afraid to get involved. You know what I mean? Like if somebody's hurt in a car accident or something like that, I'll always stop and say, has someone called 911? But a violent crime, I would kind of stay away from, I think.
For that, when they weren't hurting anybody, they were robbing a store,
Yeah.
I think I would have just sat back and gone, okay. But if they're hitting somebody or there's something where there is,
I don't know.
I think it would be your natural reaction.
It should be your natural reaction.
There's right and wrong, though. There's right and wrong, and you can't, you know, you can't justify, oh, it's a burglary or it's not, you know, it's a gunfight. I just really feel like when you see something going down, you know, I feel like it's your obligation to get in there if you have that opportunity. Recently, I was going to get my hair done. And I went and saw these kids with these spray paint cans, and they were getting ready to tear up this whole wall, right? And I drove past looking for, and as I saw them, my gut instinct was like, I need to go talk to them and tell them that they're wrong. And then I went around the block and I thought about it, and I came back down the alley, bam, bam, blaring my horn. And they saw me. I rolled down the window. I said, now you know you're wrong. Now you know you're not. I've seen the guy out there covering up this with his roller, paint roller. I just felt like you got to run into that, and good luck with your karma if you don't, and something happens,
I agree,
and
but
that will follow you forever.
You're in a car, right? Like, let's say there's some 6'2".
Sarah, I was sitting there. No, Sarah, these were some kids that were. These were kids that were clearly in a gang. Okay?
I understand.
And they could have had guns, whatever. Now
but
I didn't get out.
I'm just saying, if there's a guy that's 6'2" doing something, I'm not saying I'm not going to try to go get help, but I'm 5'2". Like, what am I going to do?
Look, excuse me? Did you all see Sarah arm wrestle me?
Yeah. Bam. Ow.
Don't believe all that. Don't believe all that. I'm only 5'2". Cut 2. Bam.
Don't underestimate yourself, Sarah. No, but she reportedly didn't even know what was going on.
Yeah, she
didn't know if someone was getting harmed.
She just kicked into gear.
Yeah,
she ran into danger.
Well, she's like you. You sure that's not your grandma?
No.
Running for it, I'll get him.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's just something which is natural to some people. Ozzy went and he saved an old man from a fire. His house was on fire, and Ozzy ran in, went to the second floor and got the guy out.
Wow.
And I would be just like, okay, I'll be leaving now. You know, I'd like wander off, and he's in there doing all this
Unless,
stuff.
of course, it's like one of your kids or something. Then you turn into...
Of course, Superwoman.
But it's somebody else's kid, and if their parent finds out that you had the opportunity to save them and you didn't, not the legacy you want.
But what Ozzy did, do you think that makes him a real man? The reason I ask this is because there is this book out that is called The Art of Manliness, which is a guide to how to be a real man. And they list things such as how to break down a door, how to perform the fireman's carry.
Oh, please.
And how to navigate a compass. So what makes a real man in your book?
Those things, to me, somebody can break down a door or change a tire or change an electrical plug, don't make a man for me. That's not what a man's about.
I need my... Okay.
You want the old school man, Hollywood?
I need my man to understand my feelings and listen to me and all that lovely stuff, but I need him to be able to pick my butt.
Right.
I need him to be able to scoop me up in case of an emergency.
Right. You
like,
see,
I want a man that can lift me.
Yes,
so
I love this book.
Is that
I'm with you. You see,
so
you
wrong
say
with
you don't need a man to break down a door, but then you're like, yo, break down the door. And he's like, I don't know how to do it.
Yeah, but I would never. I would never want.
You'd be like, what's up, man? How am I supposed to fool around with you now? You can't knock down a damn door?
No, I totally disagree. Like, I feel like in raising Levi...
Are you on my side?
I'm on your side.
Thank you, Sarah.
I don't care about him. If he's some macho guy, great. If he's not, great. Like, I want to just raise him to be who he is, not some stereotype of what a guy is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I love the stereotype.
I'm with you.
Look, there's something I want to say about that. Speaking of stereotypes, we look at today, Adam Lambert, we know is here, right? A guy that is like not the stereotypical guy.
You don't know if he can't knock down a damn door.
Why
Why are you saying that Adam don't know how to knock down a door? Why are you trying to say that? Because he wears eyeliner?
No, I didn't say that.
What kind of place have you been
I
with
didn't
doors
say
that
that.
don't
I'm
bloody
just
open?
saying, I would like my man to know how to, like, put the pluggy things in my car to do
Here's
the
what I'm
battery
saying.
thing.
It says things like predict weather like a frontiersman. I'm going to go on a limb and say Adam doesn't do that. But
How do you know? Why are you trying to
Yeah, that's
stereotype?
stereotyping right there.
I'm just saying I love him, and I think like he's the coolest.
And it
I-
has
you know
nothing
what?
to do with whether we love Adam. We're not even talking about Adam. Like, we love,
Where do we go to?
I mean, we're talking about a guy who knows how to carry you in a fire. Like, I don't want Angelo huffing and puffing, dragging me by a leg. Now, throw me over your damn, save me! Save me!
That's sexy.
That's sexy. Why? You're so deep about it, man. That's like a simple thing.
And you, by the way, you can have a little bit of everything, and you don't have to be, you know, not be sensitive to a woman's feelings. But, you know,
right.
I like,
What? It's like just
you
because
guys
you
are
know.
talking in stereotypes, though. I
Oh
think.
my God.
Yeah,
we
you're
all
talking
love
like
that.
physical brawn. You're talking brawn.
well, that's what the
There's
book
nothing
is
wrong with
about. So
that.
that's the topic of the book. So that's why we were weighing in on like a couple of those things. Yeah, on the list is like starting a fire without matches. Now I could do without that.
Well, if I get lost in the mountains with Angelo, I'm gonna look to him like, you don't know how to start a fire? I don't.
He does.
And if we were both like, I don't know, well, we'd be dead, wouldn't we? Do you see?
For all those times you're lost in the woods.
You
with
never
Angelo.
know, Julie.
All those times.
You never know what's gonna.
Why does Ozzy know how to start a fire? How does he know that?
Because he was fire crazy as a kid.
Oh, he was a pyro.
That's great.
That's a little different. Okay.
That's come in handy one day.
One day, with some piece of glass and a dry leaf, and he can do that.
It's like MacGyver.
He MacGyvered that. Well, I think what makes a real man, you know, I think to my husband, because I think of him as a real man, he owns everything he does. You know, he owns it. He takes responsibility for his actions. He's a provider. He protects. I feel protected with him, even though I don't know if he could do a fireman's carry, you know. And
on your own with that.
And he's got a little swagger in his walk.
Yeah.
He's got that
does.
confidence, you
Yeah.
know. He believes in himself, and that to me makes a real man.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
A mixture of everything. A mixture of everything that we
He's
say.
a total package.
But can he change a plug?
No! I'm more manly than my husband.
He needs the book.
My husband's the prince.
Get him
when
the
it comes
book.
to that.
Get him the book. I'm gonna
Okay.
give it to Adam.
We're going to ask
He's
Adam.
gonna love it.
Adam doesn't need your book.
Oh, Adam doesn't need my book. Okay, we'll see.
You know, we're going to see. When we come back later with Adam Lambert, we're going to ask him what are those tasks he knows.
Yeah.
All right. We'll be right back. If you're going to be in the Los Angeles area and would like tickets to be in our audience, visit us on our website, thetalk.com. That's adam5-talk.com. We'd love to see you here with all of us.